All right, hey guys, so the new Humble Choice released today. If you were wondering why it released so late, it's because they changed it to the first Tuesday of every month, and this one just happened to fall on the 6th. But if you're new to the Humble Choice, you can pick up all 12 of the games shown here on Steam for just $12. There's actually quite a nice selection here overall. There's some that I'm not too thrilled about, but some of them are quite surprising, like Shenmue III, for example. So I'm going to go through all of these games in a moment. Before I do that, let me go ahead and just mention that the Humble Burn Rubber bundle is expiring in 3 days, so be sure to pick that one up if you're interested in some racing games, Dirt Rally 2, Grip, Assetto Corsa, NASCAR Heat 5, and so forth. So there's some great racing sims included in this bundle. On the Epic Game Store, you can pick up Tales of the Neon Sea for free, and then 3 out of 10 Season 2 comes out soon as well for free on Epic. Also on Fanatical, they have their Build Your Own bundle, 2 for $7 or 3 for $10. There's some good games thrown in here. That's the only reason why I'm mentioning this one. Just Cause 3 XXL Edition includes all the DLC. Red Faction Guerrilla Remastered is an awesome game. DSX Mankind Divided, one of my favorites. Sleeping Dogs, fantastic game. So there's quite a few really solid titles here. You can pick them up for basically $3 each, so pretty good bundle there. So now let's quickly go through each game in this month of April's Humble Choice. So first up, we have Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts. This is a first-person stealth sniping game. This one is produced with CryEngine, so the graphics are absolutely fantastic and it's highly immersive. The narrative is great, the missions are flexible, and the sniping gameplay is excellent. The only downside, in my opinion, is the secondary firearms are a bit lacking, like in the close combat. But overall, long distance sniping, fantastic. And I think the only reason why they added this one in the bundle is just because Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2 is releasing next month, but it's still great to see this one be included for such a cheap price. Next up, we have F1 2020. This is a Formula One racing sim. There's not a whole lot to say here, as this one gets released every single year, and it always gets bundled for a very low price. I have 17, 18, and 19. Haven't even played them. I just get them from bundles. But if you're interested in a really solid Formula One racing sim, if you have a steering wheel especially, this one's very immersive and it's great fun for racing fans. And there's Shenmue 3. This is surprising to see as it came out fairly recently on Steam. It came out at the end of last year for $50, and it's still $50 on Steam. But it did come out on console and on Epic Games in 2019. So it's a little bit old in that regard, but it's still very surprising to see this one in a bundle. Shenmue 3 is an open world style action RPG that has a very rich story, a realistic hand-to-hand combat system, and just a lot of very unique gameplay mechanics and various mini games that are kind of surprising to see. But just keep in mind, this game is definitely meant for fans of the original 2 games. So if you're new to the series, you might not enjoy it. So just a little disclaimer there. Next, we have Main Assembly. This is a very charming vehicle building game. You construct a large variety of land, sea, air, and even space vehicles. You can design levels, tracks, obstacle courses, arenas, and so forth that you can take online and play co-op with friends. The controls are very intuitive as well, so anyone can design some very interesting machines. Definitely worth checking out, especially if you have a friend to play with. Then we have Rock of Ages 3. This is I don't know how you describe this one. It's like a boulder rolling and smashing crazy action game that is just absolutely ridiculous. I love the distinct arcadey feel of this one. I was a big fan of Rock of Ages 3 or 2, I should say, and I've always wanted the third one. So really cool to see that one in this bundle. And apart from that, just give it a try. It's a lot of fun. Moving on, we have Remothered Broken Porcelain. This is a survival horror game with a good dramatic story and fairly immersive environments, but the gameplay mechanics are fairly awful in my opinion. The camera angles, and there's some buggy interactions, and the stealth elements are just pretty bad in my opinion. But anyways, it's kind of a toss-up. If you enjoy horror games, you might want to dive into it. Some people really love it. I wasn't the biggest fan, but I do really like the story that's behind it all. So next up, we have In Other Waters. This is a highly rated exploration indie game where you play as an undersea operator navigating a deep sea mission on an alien planet. It's calming, it's full of mystery, and it's certainly a nice little unique experience. And then we have Avon Colony. This is a colony building sim on an alien planet. I personally really enjoy city building games, but unfortunately this one is just a bit shallow in terms of depth. It's great at the beginning, but then it starts to feel a little tedious, and it has a very poor like layover interface, building limits, and just meh in terms of management mechanics. There's some better games out there, but getting this one for a very low price, it might be fun if you're into building sims. Then we have, I don't know how to pronounce this, like Simulacra 1 and 2. These are both visual novels in sort of a detective style horror vibe to it, where you're investigating a woman's phone and you find all sorts of like creepy things on it and fairly interesting puzzles and various endings as well. This one has a very, very high review score, so if you're into like mystery style games, I definitely encourage checking those out. Next up, we have Occult Canyon, which is a indie action roguelike with a Western theme to it. Definitely a fun game if you're into roguelikes, and I certainly recommend this one. I had quite a bit of fun. I really love like top-down shooters like this. And then from there we have Skully, which is a puzzle platformer that has a lot of charm to it. You start by rolling around as a ball, and later you can transform into other forms to solve a variety of creative puzzles. I would personally consider this game to be a hidden gem. I just think they overpriced it on launch, as it's $30 on Steam. Definitely would be more of a hit at around $10 or less, but it's great to see this one included in the bundle. And then finally, the final game on the list is Popup Dungeon. This is a roguelike RPG based on like tabletop games. It's filled with a lot of charm. There's a very interesting like pop-up style cardboard visual style. I had a good time with this one, and if you enjoy turn-based dungeon crawler style games, you should get something out of it. So those are all of the games for this month's Humble Choice. I think they had quite a nice variety of games this time, and some quality ones as well. I am curious what you guys think, if you think it's worthwhile or not. Again, if you haven't subscribed, it's $12 a month, and you get 12 games each month. And there'll be a referral link in the description below, so if it's your first time subscribing and you want to help me out, use that link. But my favorite games in this month was Rock of Ages 3, just because that's been on my wish list. Shenmue 3, that was a pretty good one. Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts, definitely pretty fun, especially for those of you who like first-person shooters, especially stealth snipers, or if you like Hitman, that's a great one. And Main Assembly is pretty good as well. I can't wait to play a little bit more of that. But beyond that, one last thing I wanted to mention is if you guys ever want to help support me and this channel, if you go to a normal Humble Bundle and you use my little referral link, you can scroll down to the bottom and you can send me as much of the purchase as you like. So I know some of you guys do that, and I'm really grateful. So thank you for anyone who decides to use my referral link to send me donations through Humble Bundle. It's really cool, especially considering I don't really make a whole lot of videos. But lately what I've been working on, I did make another YouTube channel, and it's just a little project that I've been working on. I was interested in neural networks. You can use neural networks to upscale videos to 8K without losing the detail. Basically, it enhances the videos by like remaking each and every frame, and really gives you a nice quality picture at a very high resolution. So there's not very many 8K videos on YouTube, so I thought it'd be fun to just upscale a bunch of game trailers to 8K. So if you guys have any recommendations on what videos I should upscale, subscribe to this channel and just leave comments in any of the videos. I'll be sure to check them out. And it takes a long time to render these out, just letting you know, but I'll try to get to making as many game trailers as possible. I think it's pretty fun. And if you guys were kind of curious on the detail, I don't know how well you can see it in this video, but like on the left, this is like a normal 1080p, and then on the right is more like 8K, so you can see it's definitely clear and a little bit more detail as well. So that's all I really wanted to talk about. Let me know what you guys think of April's Humble Choice, and hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.